That's awful. All right, well, we have game 2 here. Thank you for the $5, man. That was painful. Game 2 between Viper and Jordan 23. Viper with the astounding comeback in game 1. Jordan probably a bit disappointed in himself, but also probably feeling very confident that he can do some damage now after he was in a position to win game 1. Now, this is so important for Jordan. If he loses this game, that gives Vipers 3 opportunities to win the best of 5. So I think Jordan really needs this one. And he has chosen the Mayans, while Viper has chosen the Malay. Well, looking at the maps now, Jordan has his main gold in the safe position behind the wood. 3 wood lines he can choose from. Some other ones further out. Forward main stone. A secondary gold there for him. Some small hills, which could be a pain. The one thing I see for Jordan is that he could wall this off. He could wall here, he could wall here, and then you could also wall between the tree lines to keep his main gold safe. So that'd be good for him. But right now, he's going out on a laming expedition, and I don't know if you heard it, but Jordan collected some of Viper's sheep, and Viper snagged them. And Jordan's going to say, haha, you baited. I'm going to go out here and get your sheep once more. Both players actually going to fight. I don't know if Jordan should be doing this, because Viper has the faster unit. Viper can get to the top of the hill, and yeah, that's a poor decision from Jordan, who might be trying to hold on to this last sheep, waiting until Viper converts it, and then going back to kill it. I don't know, but Viper's going to get his sheep now. So Viper playing as the Malay, very aggressive civ, a civilization that can often change the game with their faster advancing times. He has a very open map, so it's good that he has an aggressive civ, because if he didn't have an aggressive civ, if he had a defensive civ, it would not be easy for him. Both of his stones, same part of the screen. His main gold there. Large hill, that's where his woodline is too. It has the woodline on the back, and nothing else really on the back for him. Everything's forward for Viper. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the Malay pick from Viper. I think that Viper doesn't really excel with all-in aggressive civilizations, and even though Malay can advance to the next stage faster, it often can be a bad thing, because you're not going to have as much economy behind it. And Viper's a player who prioritizes that macro, prioritizes his resources over aggression at times. So he's going to bring in his boar. Jordan can't lame it, even though Jordan saw it because he had the weak eagle from that early fight. And we'll see what happens. In game 1, Viper didn't have the momentum to get his Eagle Warrior numbers up in the feudal age after the high aggression from Jordan 23. But it really didn't matter. Viper was still able to come back and win that game. Well, we'll see if Jordan's able to mass his Eagle Warriors, or if that's even what he wants to do. It's a little bit different, because the Incas in game 1 had access to the slingers, which could counter the infantry that Jordan was going with. In this case, we'd have to see the Mayans go into archers, but I mean, that's not a very surprising thing. We all know Mayans have strong archers. Roach says if Viper gets onto Karambits, he wins this game. Well, we will see. The Karambit Warriors are strong versus the Eagles, but the thing is, you need to get that castle. That's not easy to do. You need the resources to create Karambits. So I think we are a long way away from that. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Viper goes up on 24-25 population versus what we've been seeing from players as the standard 22. Because if you click up the feudal on the standard 22 population, you're there so fast, you oftentimes don't have a lot of resources to do anything with it. So one way Viper might go about this is simply go up later with more economy and arrive at the same time because of the fast advancing. So Viper actually has all, he has this gold, he has his main gold, he has his stones. And the other gold I'm looking for on the mini-map, it's got to be out here somewhere. Oh, Viper's stealing a boar. Wow, it's good I was looking for that gold there. It's just amazing how late this is. I can't believe Jordan has let him do this. It's such a late lane. Unreal. Unreal. And this is perfect timing for Viper too, because his boar's about to finish. So it's not even really going to be annoying to his economy. Sometimes you'll have multiple boars underneath your town center. Oh, Jordan has stopped it. Hold on. Viper can snag this with a villager. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be very good or very bad. Jordan Jordan has clicked with the feudal, first of all, and Jordan recognized that Viper was going to send out the Vil, so he's going to use his own eagle to bring his own boar back. At this rate, he's in trouble because Viper's going to have his scout here. And what Jordan could do, I guess, is just run away from it. The boar will automatically go back to his TC. Is Viper going to try and steal it? I don't think Viper is interested in doing that. Well, that was an interesting mix-up here. The Viper still hasn't clicked up, so he's going to do what I expected. Jordan, he's adding the man-at-arms. And wow, Viper winning the scout battle there too. 1 HP scout for Viper. And hold on. Is this Vil going to snag the boar? I think Viper's going to try and block. Look at this. He's going to block the boar so he can use the villager. That was a clutch play from Viper. He's still going to get the boar back. Jordan probably regretting using his eagle to attack that now. Because Viper's going to end up getting the boar anyway. Viper has all the deer here too. Good position for Viper. But Jordan's not messing around. Jordan has the man-at-arms on the way. He's going to build a tower on that wood line. It's something Viper cannot see. Yes, now he can see it. And Viper can't do anything about it with his scout because it's on 1 HP. So Viper gets all the extra food. He's in the feudal age now. I don't know what he was planning on, but if he was planning on going scouts, he might think twice about that now. And instead, he's just going to go to stone. No production buildings for Viper yet. Jordan's starting the walls at his own base. We will probably see the eagles after the man-at-arms upgrade, and there's the man-at-arms upgrade. And there's the tower, forcing Viper to the left side of this wood line. And the man-at-arms are already here. Viper literally put himself in the position where he was going to fight with Vils there, nothing else. Like, that's what he was planning on. That's why Jordan ran away, because Jordan knew that Viper would fight that with Vils. Now Viper needs to get to another wood line. He has all the food in the world. He does not have the wood after building the archery range. Build another lumber camp. He still has to wait for that, but he also needs some military. He's created some spears and some skirmishers. Yikes. How many people are there who have a serious shot at beating Viper in the best of 5? Well, Mr. Person, I think there's very few. I think Mr. Yo's knocked out already. I would have said Mr. Yo had a chance. Leary is certainly a guy who has a chance, and I actually predicted him to do it. Jordan showing that he definitely has a chance as well. So far, so good for Jordan, but you know, after he came in with the villagers initially, what has he done? Well, not much. I don't think he's planning on all-inning this with the tower. He just wanted to build one tower. He's going to go back home and boom up with his economy as well. So Viper is 3 on stone, so he can build defensive towers if need be. He still can collect some of this wood. Jordan, at his base, 2 barracks. He's going to finish his walls. And he's going to have the time to go for those Eagle Warriors. Now, I wonder if we will see Castle Age Karambits for Viper. Because he stayed on stone. He hasn't had to build any towers. We'll see, but for now, the only action is going to be the man-at-arms and the spear. Viper having to run away from the berries. Small victories for Jordan now. But no game-changing, no game-ending decisions. Viper trying to up the Castle Age very fast, you can tell. He's banking a lot of food. Sending a lot of villagers to gold. And once he clicks, he will advance very fast, as I have said many, many times with Malay. Do Karambits have bonus damage against Eagles? They're good versus the Eagle Warriors, however, you normally see them in Imp. You don't always see them in Castle. I think that's what Viper is planning on, because he's sending more Vils to stone, and he has yet to create any archers, so he's banking up the gold for something else. Jordan is full walled. Jordan has the potential to go into archers as Mayans. Jordan definitely doesn't have the resources floating that Viper does. Viper got the extra boar, and Viper got all the deer. I wonder if Jordan expects this move. He doesn't see any ranged units from Viper. He didn't see the mining camp on the stone, though. Now, that would be a tell. This is all about game sense now. Jordan has an opportunity to do damage. Viper building a few defensive towers just to play it safe. So these eagles, there's going to be 5 of them. There'll be 2 man-at-arms and a spear. And they're going to try and find this wood line. And that's something Jordan did scout. After you tower someone's wood like this, that's the first thing you look for. Okay, where can my opponent take wood now? We need to go there. And that's what he's going for. He's getting scale mail. This is where Viper is very weak. He's creating a few archers now. He doesn't even have fletching, and he really doesn't have the numbers to combat anything in this game. Going for the blacksmith, has the archery range. He's definitely going to try and click the castle soon. And Jordan's moving in with scale mail armor, which means the eagles and the man-at-arms will do so much more damage and last so much longer. And Viper also sending his army away. He probably doesn't expect this. Now the eagle warrior's on that villager. And now the eagle warriors and the man-at-arms coming in. This is what happens when you sit in the back foot in Viper's position. He could lose villagers, but more importantly, Jordan is going to push him off all of his wood here. A sloppy play from Viper, and if this was a regular rated game, I think the word greedy would be used too, because Viper has pretty much resigned to only making a few archers and clicking up to the castle age. But Jordan has actually clicked up first. 1 villager down for Viper there. No wood. He has 1 straggler tree to take if he wants it. A Viper is going to arrive at the castle age first. He's actually just clicked as well. But certainly not good for him. Right, he can't collect wood. He cannot collect any wood. Also, Viper does not have a market, so he can't balance out his economy like he did in game 1. And look at all the idols here. This is Jordan's point of view. This is what Jordan can see. He sees all the villas here. He knows what's going on. And he knows this is good for him. Viper gonna lose another villager. Still cannot collect wood. Jordan also has his eagle warriors in on this stone. So this is the second game in a row where Jordan has had a big advantage in the early part of the game. Can he hold on this time? He killed multiple villagers. He's kept Viper away from wood. Now he's actually running away now. I don't like that decision. Yes, come back, Jordan, and go right back to the wood. Forcing a tower out of Viper, which will delay that castle he obviously wants to build. Viper does not have the stone for that castle now, actually. He would be building that if he didn't have to build this tower. And Viper basically needs quick walls now to keep his villagers alive here. And he should... Oh man, this is messy. There's a lot of vills. Okay, he's been successful with that for now, but Jordan is now in castle. And Jordan's going to get his eagle upgrades. And Jordan is going to see this castle going up for Viper. And man, this is an aggressive position. He's going to build the castle there? Not here? Wow. Well, if he gets the castle up, I guess the idea is it'll kill that tower. And then he can take the wood again. And he can easily wall in these villagers. A very forward position for that castle. Jordan's going to see it. But he'll probably see it too late. Maybe Viper, yeah, 2 houses can quick wall this off. And now Viper has walled off his wood. And normally Viper likes some military control. He does not have that. He's just been depending on some walls and towers this game. Not the typical Viper stuff. Meanwhile, Jordan actually has the stone to add his own castle, believe it or not. Has a siege workshop here. However, he may have started to build that before he knew the castle was going up. I don't know if he can do anything with mangonels. Jordan gonna build a defensive castle, and what that means is he can add the plumed archers. So the karambit's going to come towards the eagle warriors. When we talked about the karambit possibility earlier, Roach said if Viper gets karambits, this game is over. But I don't know. I do not know about that because the plumed archers are so strong, and in every Mayans matchup I've seen in this tournament, plumed archers are actually more dominant later in the game. And that's a good engagement there for Jordan. And he's into the wood line too. This is great. And a lot of these villagers can't make it to the tower. Look at the destruction of Viper's wood line. Viper losing so many villagers this game, and he's still not going to be able to protect this wood line. He simply does not have the numbers of karambits or the upgrades. Viper using the market again. This is twice in a row now. Game 1 and Game 2 where Viper has depended on the market. And this should be Jordan 23's game now, if he's able to hold his advantage. Still can kill villagers in this tower. Still killing karambits as they come out one by one. Viper just not getting the first defense upgrade on them. Jordan 23 going to have his castle to create plumed archers. And he's in a great position. Also, keeping the eagle numbers up. Not letting up there. Going to kill another villager. Jordan 23 with a 5-vil lead. A 10 military lead. In fact, more than that. And Viper going to lose... close to losing another villager here. Yeah. Going to lose another vill. I love the aggression from Jordan. Huge score lead. But you just have to remember what happened in game 1, where Viper was still able to come back, so it is not over yet. But once the plumed archers join the fight, then the walls will do nothing. Plumed archers can fire over the walls. This is so bad for Viper. This is so bad. His economy is just in shambles. He doesn't have a lot of wood. He's gone out to this wood line. Jordan knows about Viper's entire map. He's been here all game. Yeah, Karambits aren't going to be able to defend. Not with the plumed archers here. The plumed archers still lacking upgrades. But man, this has been such a game from Jordan. Such a great game from Jordan. He's still on 1 TC himself. Look at the army streaming forward. Again, the same logic as last game where you have an advantage. Might as well keep it. And oh, there's a hole here for Viper too. And you know what? Viper will lose these vills if he doesn't run away now. The tower's going to go down. Viper's deleted an escape route. Tower's going to go down. Plumed archers are here. Villagers have to run away. And though they've made it, Viper's going to lose 1 villager, I guess. He hasn't even lost him. This is a fight Viper needs to win. He needs to kill the eagles. Plumed archers don't have upgrades yet. This is the time for Viper to take this fight. Viper does have +2 defense on these Karambit warriors. Even trades, honestly, but I think Viper will win this as more numbers are streaming over. Now Jordan needs to regroup and send his army elsewhere, and he's going to go to the right-hand side, which is still so exposed for Viper. You can see how strong these plumed archers are versus the Karambits, though. There's still 1 left, and he's still kicking. Oh man, Viper gonna go for another castle. That's how desperate he is. Jordan. He's coming in with the eagles and the plumed archers. Just now getting fletching for his plumed archers. Viper gonna commit more villagers to this. Well, Viper sending his army over too. He's 10 vills behind. I feel like the castle will go up, but it depends on the Karambit numbers from Viper. Viper canceling out the eagle warriors. The plumed archers so important. Viper... He's going to send more villagers to build this now. Because he's going to lose some vills to the plumed archers. I don't even know if you could say this is a good position for Viper now with 2 castles. I think this is never going to be good for Viper when you have to build 2 castles at this stage of the game. But Viper now can create double the Karambits, as if they didn't create fast enough already. The problem with that is he's on 1 town center. Jordan's on 2 town centers. Jordan will probably look to 3 town centers right there. And Jordan's on 2 castles himself. So this really has been calculated to perfection by Jordan, I think. He needs to keep his plumed archer numbers up so he can force Viper into something else. And you can't underestimate the speed and how quickly these Karambit warriors can mass. I wouldn't be surprised if Viper adds a siege workshop and tries to get some Maganel shots, but right now, Jordan with the late horse collar. Ouch, that hurts. But still, right now, Jordan with the Mayan economy, which is stronger than the Malay, with 2 castles creating the plumed archers. He was taking those fights without Bodkin arrow. Big advantage for him. If the plumed archers weren't in the mix, if it was eagles versus Karambits, you give Viper the advantage in the fights. So I think with that logic, Viper might be trying to get to Imp before Jordan 23, especially as the Malay, and create trebuchets to kill these castles. If he kills the castles, then Jordan might be out of luck. But Viper's out of luck. He can't do any counter damage to Jordan 23. I think Jordan knows that because he's not even going for Bodkin arrow. He's just thinking, it doesn't even matter now. Because I can kill these Karambits easily with just fletching. But as I say that, curse of the commentator, Bodkin arrow coming in. 68 villagers for Jordan, 50 for Viper. I'll remind you, this is a very similar position to what we saw in game 1. Viper was still able to come back. So let's look at the neutral golds then. So this is one of Viper's extra. There's another neutral gold in this corner where there's also 2 relics. The other neutral gold is in Jordan's corner. Jordan has not scouted either. Viper has scouted this. He has not scouted the one next to Jordan's base. Now I think the one at Jordan's base is kind of a freebie anyway. I don't think that Viper's going to be able to get there. A nice little trap from Viper with these fast Karambit warriors. He has so many Karambit warriors. Jordan needs to be careful. Jordan gonna get right into the pond, right into the choke point, where the melee units can't do anything. Viper certainly scouting the other areas of the map early on. Jordan has yet to do that. Jordan knows he still has this gold, but I think it's wise to think ahead. Also, Jordan hasn't taken his main stone yet. He's gonna want that. In fact, both players will want that. The Viper knows it's there. Viper has moved to 2 town centers, so he doesn't want to be too far behind in the Vil count. That will delay his Imperial Age time. And right now, I would not be surprised if we see a castle here from Viper. Or maybe a castle on the left-hand side to protect his eco. But I think Viper knows he needs to be aggressive. I think he knows that the Karambit warriors are going to force Jordan away. So he might go for another castle here. And play the delay tactic where you hold your opponent's resources and hope you could do something. Oh man, look at that from Viper. The Karambit's so fast. What you do is you get in close to the units and you press the stop hotkey and then they immediately attack. The stop hotkey basically stops their current task. And you'll see players do that a lot where they try and wedge their units in between enemy units. That's how you can do a lot of damage in one moment. Here's a Siege Workshop for Viper. I feel like if he would have gone for that earlier, 1 or 2 Mangonels and a Karambits, Jordan would have had to run away entirely, but... yeah, Viper gonna run around this way instead, maybe because he sees Jordan's gold. But he's actually missing Jordan is on his stone. And Jordan's full walled here, so these Karambits are wasting time. And Jordan, if he gets a castle here, I think he's in a fine position. But he doesn't have the stone for that just yet. Should be a good engagement for Jordan 23. Gonna kill a few Karambits. They're so cheap, though. And they're so fast, so they can scramble away. Don't the Karambit warriors remind you of piranhas? I believe MBL the other day said termites or ants. Like little ants, just they swarm your base if you let them. But Jordan has clicked Imp first. Viper is actually stuck in the Castle Age for now. He's going for Battering Ram, so he's not looking towards the Imperial Age. So he's not going to be able to use his melee advantage. And this is where it gets very interesting. I think Jordan has a big advantage now because he's had the time to get his castle up. Viper wants to build a castle on this stone, just like I said. But Jordan is going to have this castle up first. And I think Jordan knows how important this is, which is why he has so many Vils here. Viper doesn't see that. Viper could still get this castle up. This is Viper's point of view. He doesn't even see the Plumed Archers there yet. Plumed Archers just patrolling. And there's the castle. And now Viper's probably thinking, shoot! This is so bad for me. So bad for me. Okay, that's some weird pathing there. The castle's going to be firing. Jordan has his Plumed Archers split up. But there's a lot of Karambit warriors here. Also, the Rams are coming in for Viper. But still, I think there's too many Plumed Archers wedged between the mining camp and the stone for Viper to do much. Viper lost all of his numbers, even though he was able to kill a decent amount of plumes. That's unfortunate now for Jordan because he has to repair this. The Viper's on his stone. Viper building another castle. Unreal. Unreal. That's the one thing that is underrated from Viper. His awareness and his map control. This is the second game where he has come in at just the right moment, but it's not going to be enough for him because he sees the Rams are going to go down. He sees the repairs will be there for Jordan. And still, I have to say, I would not have been surprised if Viper would have been able to come back there. So Jordan needs to be very freaking careful in Game 3. Game 1, Viper was able to come back. Game 2, Viper was very close. And thank you so much for the $5 donation, Dirtiest.
Just kidding. Can we get a T1990 emote?
That'd be kind of like repetitive, man. If we end up getting more emote slots, maybe we can add in some more emotes like that. Jordan, with a lot of units killed, makes sense with those cheap Karambit warriors. It is tied up at 1-1 now. Much stronger economy for Jordan. And I'm actually happy as a caster that Jordan was able to get that game because I think he could have deserved the win in game 1. He definitely deserved the win in game 2. So game 3 coming up right away now for us. I don't have a lot of time to thank people